All right, welcome to a show that we actually haven't named yet. I'm Ryan Martin, and
I'm Georjeanna Wilson-Dengis.
so what have you been doing this summer?
Well, I've been spending a lot of time outside. The weather has just been amazing here in Green Bay, Wisconsin, which is not a phrase that I normally say, but man, it has been awesome. And so I've been walking my dog. I actually started this sort of strangely impromptu video blogish thing called Nature and Chill, featuring my dog in different places out and about. So that has been super fun.
I like it. I like it a lot.
What about you?
I have been sitting right here in this very spot, staring at this very screen, only you're not usually on it. Usually it's spreadsheets.
Well, I'm kind of disappointed. I have to say that I'm disappointed that you cut your hair.
Oh.
And because for those of you viewing this, Ryan,
I'll put a picture up. Don't worry.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. And shout out to our friend Regan Grung. It was like full on sabbatical hair is what Regan would have called it. And I adored it. And I'm so sad that you've gone back to regular old Ryan rather than sabbatical hair Ryan.
It's worth knowing two things. One, this is even shorter than regular hair Ryan, because this is what Tina, who's cutting my hair now, can do. So we're limited. It's also increasingly gray. By the end of this, I am gonna look like a less attractive version of Anderson Cooper. That is what you can expect. It's just a guy with jet white, if that is a thing, hair. That's
a thing.
Should we get into a rapid research review? I think we should. Yeah. So I rolled a die to come up with a topic for today, and that topic was, I can't remember. What was it? Our favorite?
Our favorite study, kind of no pressure, but favorite study of all time. Dun, dun, dun. On your mark, get set, go.
All right, honestly, so my favorite study is actually Bandura's Bovedal study, but we've already done a 3-part series on that. So instead, I'm going to study the weapons effect while driving done by Brad Bushman in 2017. I love Dr. Brad Bushman. I think he's amazing. Listeners are probably familiar with the original 1967 study by Berkowitz and LePage. It basically found that participants behaved more aggressively when there was a gun present. So Bushman and colleagues did a follow-up. I had to take a breath. To this in this super cool driving simulator lab they have. This thing is awesome. It's a fully functioning car. It's got screens all the way around, so you feel like you're driving. Participants get in this lab, and there was either a tennis racket next to them or a 9mm handgun on the seat next to them. Essentially the same method as the original study, but in a car. So the experimenter said something like, "Oh, the last experimenter didn't clean up after himself. Just ignore that." They put people in a frustrating driving situation, put them in the seat instead of a racket. The people with the gun in the seat drove more dangerously, tailgating, speeding, crossing into oncoming traffic, passing on the shoulder, honking, verbal aggression, giving people the finger, and so on.
Wow, there you go. That was amazing. I mean, a little bit overtime, whatever.
It's because I had to take a breath. I shouldn't have taken that breath. My other suggestion to you, since you're about to go, is that you take a sip of water before you start, because that was really what was killing me.
Right. I am ready.
All right. On your mark, get set, and go.
All right. So my favorite study is the 2013 study by Aspinall, Panagiotis, Coyne, and Rowe. See, that took some time right there, and I'm sure I didn't pronounce it correctly. It's called The Urban Brain, Analyzing Outdoor Physical Activity Using a Mobile EEG. And the reason why I love this study so much is that as an environmental psychologist, I like to take my studies out into the world, out into the environment. And I also want to know what's going on in the brain while we're out there. And this was the first study that I read that allowed us to have a mobile EEG in a backpack so that you could have people walk through the city and walk through nature and see how their brains were changing. And so I thought that was pretty amazing. They have 4 seconds to go.
I didn't know like mobile EEG meant in a backpack.
Yeah, it's
so
super cool. So yeah, because they could finally have the technology that it could move around a bit and still be able to take an accurate reading.
Nice.
Cool.
See, but you know what both of our studies had in common? Technology, right?
Yes.
Super cool driving simulator, super cool EEG thing.
Amazing.
Should I roll the die? See what's
Yes,
up?
you should.
All right, here we go. It's a 1, which is a classic study. So before we finish up, I have a question for you. One,
Yes.
we have to think of a name for this. In my head, I've been calling it short stuff because stuff.
I'm going to say that is definitely not what we're calling this.
Okay. Something else? We got that.
Something else like psych shorts or something like that.
Yeah. Psych shorts. That actually, speaking of freaking Garung, that actually sounds like something he would wear.
Instead of bike shorts,
Yeah.
he would have psych shorts.
Yeah. Okay, final question.
Yes.
Maybe that was the final question, but here's the real final question. What are you looking forward to for fall when our next season starts?
And I think that it's likely going to be remote. And so I am looking forward to maybe doing things like this, like maybe using video and making, instead of a podcast, a vlogcast. Is that a thing? Like, I don't even know if that's a thing. But I think that's an interesting thought, like, of how we can do that. I'm also super excited that we have a new intern working with us in the fall. So some fresh ideas would be cool. What about you?
One of the things I'm excited for is, and I haven't like confirmed them as guests, but we have 2 new faculty in the psych program this year. Historically, when we have new faculty, they're on the show right away. So, and both of them I know are super cool scholars, have a lot of great stuff that they're working on. So I'm really excited about that piece as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay.
So,
awesome.
Excellent. Well, that's going to do it for not short stuff. Totally different show with a totally different name. Hope you've enjoyed it.
Such a bad name. That is such a bad name.